My name is Nasran Dadashi, and I'm the program coordinator for the Bachelor of Digital Experience Design. That's my contact details. Very, very happy to help anyone who is interested in our program any time after the session as well. Just feel free to send me an email if there are any questions. What is the Bachelor of Digital Experience Design? It's all of the interesting things that we had to explore and interact with over the last 30, 40 years. And it's just getting bigger and bigger, especially in light of the pandemics. Things have moved. The digital revolution has been quite faster than any other technological developments. So anything that is interactive, there are user interfaces, there are experiences involved. Our bachelor program tries to understand it, tries to explore it, and tries to define and redefine it. So our contribution is we understand who are the users, we learn how to explore users and what is a good user experience, and then think about designing, building, understanding the interaction, and revising and evolving it as well. So there are three components to our program when we were thinking about putting it together. The first one is Think, which is something that quite makes us apart from other bachelor program in interaction design and design elements. We are very much into the research and design research, because we think that if we give you those tools, then you can come up with more interesting and more innovative solutions. So we're not just promoting what to do and how to do it, but we're also making you think about why this is a justified next step for your design. So we talk about design research, we talk about understanding, evaluating human in those contexts, understanding the context in its full sort of a spectrum, and then how that can lead into design ideation, design solution, and development and implementation. We also help you learn how to build things. So it's not just a theoretical course telling you how to do, why you do this and why it shouldn't be done in that way. We also talk about what needs to get done and how to do it. So we teach prototyping, rapid prototyping, wireframes, your usual creation suspects. The first couple of years it starts with some drawings and visualizations, 2D and 3D. And we have a lot of lab sessions, human-centered design lab, real-world project lab, which you actually engage with real clients, real-world projects, and through that you build things. So on your portfolio, by the end of your degree, you will be able to actually correctly state that you can build things and you can create things as well. And the third pillar is SHIP, which I haven't gone into lots of details, but it's very important because it talks about if I am a good thinker, a design researcher who also can make, I also need to be able to publish and distribute and share my knowledge and monetize it and follow, so you can be your own entrepreneur, essentially. And we kind of go through those, and we have really amazing faculty that can guide you and help you to achieve those goals. So these are some of the courses. All of the full details of the courses are available on our website. But this is just to kind of give you an idea of some of the courses that we teach over the next few years. Things around introduction to digital experience design, communication, drawings, design tools, which are Adobe sort of tools at the moment, and also design thinking, design theory and culture. And when you go to year 2, it becomes more a specialist. And as you can see on semester 3, we have things like research in digital experience 1, research in digital experience 2. What happens in those is that you come up with your own proposal. We give you all of the tools, we teach you how to do them, and then you essentially do your own project. For example, this year our students, some of the research projects, they span from what's the experience in sort of a technologically isolated world, like if I was to live on Mars, so it can be quite quite interesting and quite far-fetched from your usual user interface worlds as well, all the way to what is the impact of you know, the higher the size of the screen, essentially. So am I missing someone's questions? See someone's okay, I saw a sound, but I'm not sure what was that about. So feel free to write your questions if there are any questions, but please, I will go through the presentation and I'll then come back and we can have a full-on research. So what I was saying is that, that's the beauty of this. It allows you to do research. It allows you to think far-fetched things and experience and explore it. The other two courses that I'm always interested to talk about is, like, in year 2, we have Human-Centered Design Lab and we have Real World Project Lab. These are all connected courses as well. And in these, we are actually running a full-scale project. We have a real client this year. Our client is the Canoe Museum. We're trying to help them with their digital transformation. So we bring in partners and industry partners and real clients, and to give you real experiences about how interaction design, how interfaces, how user interfaces could, you know, get expanded and enhanced and actually change people's lives, not just something beautiful and fancy and expensive, but something enjoyable and long lasting and creates opportunities, etc., etc. All of the lists of our courses are on George Brown webpage, but this is just to give you an idea about what are some of the courses, some of the interesting courses that we have. We have courses around special topics every year. This is to give us a little bit of freedom to choose things that we are particularly excited about. So sometimes this is changing as well. So this year we talked about augmented reality because I think this is a big thing, especially with COVID. Last year we talked a little bit about wearable devices because that was the big hot topic. We can talk about Internet of Things. So every year we bring in expert faculty to kind of state of the art is covered. That's happening in year 3 and year 4. And the idea is that by year 3 and year 4, you kind of want to start kind of getting captures around what is next, what are the trends. We are living in a very fast-paced world, especially when it comes to digital technologies and digital revolutions. And it's important to know what is the state of the art so that when you go to that very important job interview, you can talk about the state of the art and you can impress your employers. So all of these projects and et cetera, is to kind of give you that opportunity as well. Aside from our very great, you know, in my opinion, curriculum and excellent faculty, we are very engaged in doing research. Especially School of Design is particularly sort of committed to do research for potential, for plenty of reasons. One of them is to be on top of the, you know, the state of the art and be like a forefront of applied research. So we're very keen on applying those findings and those understandings in changing and creating solid change. But more importantly, we are using these research funds to bring our students opportunities to work, paid work with real clients. One of the examples of those is our 5-year Innovative Enhancement Grant. I don't have the data from 2019, 2020, but this comes with real small to medium-sized companies come to us and they come with research projects. We help them, students get hired to work on them, faculty get hired to work on them. And essentially you are doing a real consultancy work with the help of a faculty who guides and supervises you. You are hired by the college to do these projects. You can apply for these projects from year 1, year 2, depending on your background. So this is not your co-op placement. This is extra opportunity to get engaged and do relevant work to the field. So when opportunities come, we send out job descriptions to the whole program. A majority of students send their CVs who are interested. The faculty, who is the principal investigator of those projects, interview students, look through their portfolio. It's a very mini real experience of how you would go and find a job yourselves, but kind of in the safety of the college environment and with the people you are familiar with. So it's a good best of both worlds. The IE project is only one of our research projects. Only in that year, we had 14 projects and 65 students were hired, not just from the digital experience design program, from other programs as well. Aside from the IE, we do all other sort of research projects as well. This is just a sample of things. It's not very up to date as well. I haven't added all of our very, very recent funds, a couple of recent funds that we have received this few past months as well. But just to give you an idea of who are our projects and what are our projects and who we work with, there's a couple of projects talking about healthcare related. So we are partner with Sunnybrook Hospital to design e-health, digital healthcare platforms for them. We are partnering with University of Toronto, York University, Sick Kids and Sunnybrook to help them create better accessible environments for their nursing students with disability in their field placements. We have a partnership with Evergreen to look into the smart cities and ethical smart cities. We are partners with our fashion department to create platforms for their new program, Fashion Tech. So there's a bunch of different products and projects going on. Again, this is in addition to that NSERC-IE that I said 65 students have been working on over the last year. All of these projects, at any given time, we have 4 or 5 students working on them. And it's a great opportunity to actually do research, to build your academic portfolio, but more importantly, work with all of these real clients and build your relevant CV as well. And this is not your co-op placement. So very briefly, why us? We have that very focus on human-computer interaction and human factors. I think that kind of sets us aside, sort of distinct us from our other colleges and universities who not particularly focus on human-computer interaction or human factors at an undergraduate level. I myself am a PhD in human factors, and I know that there's not many departments or not many universities that focus that much on human factors and human-computer interaction at an undergraduate level. And I think that's a gap. That's why I think we are quite distinct from maybe other interaction design programs or their HCI, not necessarily HCI programs, but design-related programs. So that's pretty important for us to kind of build those HF and HCI courses. So every semester you have 1 or 2 focused on HCI, which is pretty interesting. We have absolutely brilliant faculty, if I may say so myself. Our faculties are usually part-time faculties who are working in industry, and that's an asset for us because they are living and breathing the real world, and they bring back that expertise into the classroom as well. Like I said, we have very interesting research opportunities, and we have state-of-the-art usability labs, and I will share the video of those, the link for that video in a minute with you guys as well. We are located at Waterfront, hopefully in September. Well, when things are safe and when we are back, that's where we are going to, in the Waterfront campus. And that's where we have all of the labs, etc., available as well. I will share the video of the lab with you in a minute. And yeah, the admission process, the link for the application as well. Okay, so any particular, let me just stop sharing. Okay, any particular questions? Let me also, if I can, well, hello, share my video as well. Yes, you are. So yes, you are. You will learn how to code as well. This is not a computer programming course, but there are some learning because these are needed to code the interaction and the interactive systems. So yes, you will be learning how to do CSS and HTML. Yes. And while you're typing your questions, I will find the link for the George Brown Usability Lab. Unity, okay. Let me go to, so what about Unity? I think you will learn Unity. We did have, so programming Unity, maybe not so much, but using Unity, yes, especially for our AR program. If you want to send me an email, I will specifically say to what extent we cover Unity as well. I believe yes. Into what level of depth, I have to confirm with the specific faculty. Let me go to, so I'm just going to type this link here so you can watch our usability video. Paramjeet, I can't hear you, I'm afraid. But if you want to type your question, I think that would be best. No, we are not going to be learning how to code in first semester. So someone is asking about our coding about coding. No, this first semester, there won't be any coding involved. You might learn a little bit about the introduction to coding in your interactive interfaces, but from year 2, we'll start a little bit more focused on coding. And when we're talking about digital interfaces and designing digital interfaces, that's where we will teach coding for sure, but not yet, not first semester. First semester is very introductory, very focused on setting the scene around what is digital interfaces, how we communicate in design, why this is relevant. Semester 2, we talk about what is HCI. So it's very introductory. And then from year 2, we'll dive a little bit more. In year 1, we cover drawings, 2D and 3D, and we kind of equip you with some of the tools and some of the theories. But in year 2, we kind of go into a little bit more focus on the codings as well. What else? So I'll give you a minute to watch that video as well. Our very brilliant usability lab and our fantastic Joseph, he's our technical person who does almost everything. And I think that Christina asked about the Zoom being, yeah, I think it is video and audio might be disabled for the attendees. You cannot view the link also. Can you click, is it clickable? Let me see if I can. No, let me type an answer. Sorry.
Nasrin, make sure you are sending your message out to all attendees and panelists. Right now, the default is to panelists.
Sorry about this. Thank you very much for that. All panelists and attendees now are going to be seeing a link. And for the benefit of what's going to be. So while you're watching that, I will share with you what happens every single semester, which gives a little bit more detail around the program. So let me share my screen one more time and I will show you. Okay, so while you're watching that video or have that video available. So this is the course page, Digital Experience Design Program. The courses. These are all of the courses that happens semester 1, semester 2, all the way to your final semester. So when you look into Design Tools 1, this is visualization in 2D environments. You have digital systems and softwares, talks a little bit about some of the softwares that are there, giving some of the codes, some of the tools, not going into huge amounts of coding, but just introducing them. So semester 1 is purely introductory. Semester 2, a little bit more, but again, building up on semester 1, not diving into brand new material. When you get into semester 3 and 4, then you have a little bit more. So here, computing 1, you have introduction to interface development. So that's where we start with the HTML, some of the some of the codings, etc., etc. Then you will have Design Tools 3 and Computing 2, interaction and responsiveness. In semester 5 all the way you have some, so all of these computings, they will have some development aspects associated with them. You have things more advanced. You have professional practice in digital design, which helps you with portfolio. There are very interesting design jam courses, some entrepreneurship. We have some cross-channel transmedia courses. And then this is where you will have your 420 hours co-op, field placements paid. And then your final year is more major projects, commercialization, etc., etc. Did I answer the question about what are the courses that we're doing? Let me just stop sharing. And this is available on our website, so you can go and look at them, and there are some information around some of the detailed course outlines. However, if you couldn't find some of the elements and you are keen on knowing more, feel free to send me an email, and I will be more than happy to provide more information around specific courses. So just send me an email, say what this course is about, and I will give you a little bit more around what it will entail.
Nasrin, we have about 3 more minutes. And if you would like to continue Q&A, I would suggest our participants move over to the Q&A room if you want to continue to learn about the Bachelor of Digital Experience Design program. The next presentation at 9:30 is the Bachelor of Brand Design program.
Okay, perfect. So I'm looking at the Q&A. So we talked about the Unity. Yes, it is covered. We talked about HTML. I'm just going to say it's done. So are we going to learn how to code? Yes, we talked about that. 3D design is going to be in second semester. We talked about some of the 3Ds as well. And that specific course page. Again, if there are any other questions, please let me know. Was trying to figure out how to get in by January 20. Will classes be in class or it will be online? That's the million-dollar question. Nobody knows that. We don't know. So that's the very simple answer I can tell you. The hope is yes. The truth is we don't know. And let me also type my email address here for everyone, just in case. And I'm sending it hopefully to all panelists and attendees. So if you have any other questions about the degree Digital Experience Design Bachelor, feel free to send me an email and I will be more than happy to answer or help.